percussion players. In this video, we're going to show you how to set up your instrument, making sure everything's set up correctly so that we don't have any wobble, nothing falls, and we don't hurt ourselves. All right, so we're going to start with our percussion kit. I'm going to pull out parts of the stand first. So I have, this is the bottom, and I have this the top. I'm going to start with the bottom, the one with the feet. All right, so I'm going to kind of pull apart the legs, give them a little space. I'm going to loosen this knob right here. Right, loosen it and loosen it until it will move. And then I'm going to gently pull the legs apart. We want a nice wide base. The wider it is, the less likely our instrument is to fall over. It'll be nice and stable. And then I'm going to tighten it, really tight, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. Turn it to the right, it'll make it nice and tight because I don't want it to go anywhere. All right, so now that that's set up, I'm going to set it down in front of me. The top slides in here. If it doesn't slide, you just need to loosen the first knob. Slide it in there, and depending how tall you are, you want to leave it a little bit tall. Remember, we're going to stand up to play. Tighten that so it can't go anywhere. I'm going to, if we're going to set up our practice pad, I'm going to pull my practice pad, and I'm going to leave my setup just like this. I'm going to match up the threading here to the bolt here. Get that on top of there, get it started, and then you can just spin it on all the way in until it stops. And as soon as you don't have any more wiggle, nice solid surface. And then we've got our practice pad set up. If I want to set up my xylophone, I'm going to take off my practice pad. I'm going to first open up the arms. The arms are these, they have these black ends. So you can, if you grab all the black parts and start pulling, I'm going to loosen it a little bit, start pulling it up. And you want them to be about flat, like a table. We can adjust this later, but I'm going to make it nice and tight. I'm going to pull out my xylophone. I'm going to line up the big side. You have one side that's wider and one side that's shorter. I'm going to show you that. It's an X, but it's an uneven X. So this side is a little bit smaller and this side's a little bit wider. I'm going to line that up with the wider side of my xylophone. This side's wider and this side's less. This one's a little smaller. I'm again going to line up the threaded middle. You have a hole. I'm going to line that up with the bolts and slide it inside. And then make sure the whole xylophone is on the arms. Now, if I have it all on the arms, but I still have a little bit of wobble, I'm going to set it so it's a little wobbly. If I have it on there, but my xylophone wobbles a little bit, and the legs aren't the arms aren't kind of holding it on, I'm going to loosen the bolt down here. I'll show you I have a bolt down here. I'm going to loosen it a little bit, and I'm going to lift up on the arms. And then while I'm holding that, I'm going to tighten it again. And then it's nice and stable. It's not going anywhere. Okay? And then the last thing you want to do is you want to check and see if it's the right height. Okay? So if I had my mallets, I want to be able to hold them out straight and play without bringing my arms up or having to bend over. Right? So this is about the right height. If not, you're going to use the bolt on the bottom, hold it with your right hand, loosen it carefully and lower it just a little bit or raise it up just a little bit. And you want to make sure and do that carefully because if you have an instrument on top, it's going to be extra heavy. All right, once you are set up, let's go ahead and go to video number 1. Good job.